Hello everyone, I am so excited this day has finally come. What we're gonna do today is we're gonna make our very own in-house bourbon. And what we're gonna use for that is what they call White Dog. This is a product made by Buffalo Trace. They have 3 or 4 of them. There's White Dog Mash Bill 1, Mash Bill 2, which I don't even know if it's for sale. And this is the wheated mash, and then they have a rye. So what is a White Dog? White Dog is basically kind of like a moonshine. This is what bourbon looks like before it goes into the barrel. And so what we're gonna do is we have 2 different mash bills here we're gonna make. We have the wheated mash, which gives us products like the Weller, the Pappy's, and the William LaRue Weller. Our goal with this one is to kind of shoot for the William LaRue Weller or maybe just end up with a basic Weller. And then the White Dog mash bill number 1, we'll do this second. This creates products like George T. Stagg. That's my goal on this, to make this little George T. Stagg barrel. E.H. Taylor, Eagle Rare. And if we mess up, it'll probably be a barrel of Benchmark. But what White Dog is it's basically moonshine. It looks really clear like this. It's almost like a vodka. It tastes like vodka. It's strong like that. And when you put bourbon or White Dog into a barrel, the white charred American oak barrels are what give it that beautiful yellow flavor like that one right there. So that's what our goal is here. I've had these filled with warm water for the past 7 days. What we're gonna do is take the cork off of this, empty the water out, fill it up with the White Dog, and then see where we're at. You notice some of the water kind of seeped out here. That's why it's so important to condition these and get these barrels ready with water for about 7 days. That really brings all the oaks together and seals everything up. So we'll go ahead and let these empty out, and you can kind of see down in there some of the black char. That's okay. And we'll filter the bourbon when it's finished. We'll filter it out so none of that is in our bourbon. Okay, now that we have that drained, you can kind of see up close here, you can tell how the barrel has swelled up a little bit. That's really just that water getting in there and kind of sealing everything up. So what I'm gonna do is take one of my kitchen funnels. I did not use this on the car.
He said oil can.
Oil can what?
And we're gonna take our first 375 milliliters wheated mash White Dog, and we're gonna start filling this puppy up. I chose Buffalo Trace White Dog because Buffalo Trace is probably my favorite distillery. I have seen 4 Roses, Woodford Reserve, and there's a few others I've seen around that actually make their own White Dog that you can buy. I can't find that White Dog mash bill number 2. I'm guessing that's kind of a secret one, so they probably don't want to share that with people like me that want to make bourbon at home. I've got a little bit of an investment in these. These run about $15 a piece, and obviously you can get these barrels from 1 liter. These are 3 liters that I got, all the way up to your own 55-gallon drum, and you can even get them customized on the ends. That's pretty cool. You're probably wondering, what am I going to do with these barrels? Well, there's this thing called the angel effect, which basically is the evaporation of the liquids inside, so you lose a little bit of what you put in there. You actually can lose up to 25 to 50% of it sometimes, depending on the weather. I'd love to keep them stored right here on my kitchen island, but I don't think my wife's gonna be too happy about that. So I've got a real cool place in the garage. It gets some sunlight, about 62 degrees because I heat my garage. So I think that's gonna be perfect for the best bourbon here. Bourbon is one of the only liquors, spirits that is made completely natural. So everything that is in bourbon comes from the earth. So the white charred oak barrels that give it its flavor. In order to be called bourbon and not whiskey, it has to be 51% corn. Some have rye. This one here is going to have wheat in it. So everything is all natural in bourbon. It's one of the only spirits that doesn't have any additives. If there's anything added to it, it's not bourbon. It becomes whiskey at that point. We'll see how close we get to bringing it right to the top. Whoop, there we go. But this has a little foam ring on it. We're just gonna stick that down in there, and that just kind of seals it up. You just gotta kind of get it close. This barrel is ready to be aged. So we'll check back with you in a month or maybe even a couple weeks to see what our color and our flavor looks like for our homemade Weller bourbon. Cheers.